Yeah.
Okay, so get this. Malaysia's basically achieved universal primary education, and early childhood education has really taken off.
Sounds great, right? It does sound promising, but there is a catch. When you look at the data, it reveals a bit of a head scratcher. There's a gap between the time spent in school and the learning outcomes.
Yeah, it's like we're putting in the time, but what are we getting out of it?
Right.
It reminds me of that saying, time is a drug, you can spend it, but you can't buy it back.
Right.
The reports show that the average Malaysian student spends 12 and a half years, 12.5 years in school, but the learning outcomes are more like 8.9 years.
Yeah.
That's a big gap.
Mm.
And to put that in perspective, that's a wider gap than we see in places like Singapore and Korea.
Right.
Now, they have longer schooling durations, sure, but their learning efficiency is way higher.
Yeah. And here's where it gets really interesting. Vietnam, a country with arguably fewer resources than Malaysia, is actually surpassing them in learning outcomes. They're packing in 10.7 years of learning into 12.9 years of school. So that really throws a wrench in the idea that simply by expanding access to education, it's a cure-all.
Right. It's not just about showing up.